there has got to be a shift in politics. Now, the first thing I want to explain is there has been a paradigm shift. Because I was giving you this paradigm shift in media. I'm going to give you a quick shot of what happened in the last cycle as a paradigm shift in politics, and I'm going to allude to the next shift that's going to be more substantive coming, I think, not necessarily this cycle, but in the next 10 to 20 years. The quick thing to think about is paradigm shift in politics was this. It's essentially, we went from essentially a way of doing politics that was born of broadcast television with this guy, JFK, and it consisted of three things. This is the old paradigm. This is the way to think of it. How does the system change? The old system said, we get wealthy people's special interests, whether it's unions or corporations, but that's how you get the money. The party controls everything, and the candidates always had to come through the party somehow. And then you use broadcast television. And that's how you won elections. Whoever did this best always won. It didn't, went back and forth between the parties, but that was the way everyone won in politics. Until last cycle. And last cycle, Obama was the perfect example, but it happened through a bunch of people beyond him, was it said, using this new technology, we can actually flip the whole model. We could essentially figure out a way to actually aggregate many, many, many middle-class people to put in money instead of the big money. You could do that using new technology. You wouldn't need the party. You could actually organize people outside the party. And the third thing is he said, you wouldn't need all that broadcast television. You could actually start using the internet web. That's what Obama did. And regardless, again, this is the partisan thing. This is just the facts. And so basically what Obama did is he raised almost double the amount of money, basically based mostly on under $200. Half of his money came from under $200. So that worked. The other thing he figured out was, hey, you're not going to just get a small centralized campaign staff. You're going to get, he literally had 2 million people working on his campaign through his website. And ultimately, you said, it's not just television. You don't see television. But then you started going, wow, you can produce this web video for nothing. And people, your followers do it. You can distribute it for nothing. You can do it local buys. You can do national buys. You can even do global buys for nothing. That's a paradigm shift. And that's what he used, and that's why he, remember this. He was, remember, the black guy with 2 years' experience in the Senate, who everybody said was never going to beat Hillary Clinton. And now he's the president. Now, I'm just using this just as an example to say that's taking advantage of a paradigm shift. So he essentially, among others, figured out how you made that political shift from worrying about the wealthy to the many, party to the people, TV, the web. Now, this is how politics. Now, Republicans are all doing it now. Everybody knows that paradigm now. And so there's no strategic advantage, frankly, in jumping on that bandwagon, because everybody's on that side now of the divide.